This video is going to show you how you can take a screenshot of your code in order to include things in your semester portfolio. So if you go down to the bottom left-hand corner of the screen and go to your search tool, or just search for what's called the snipping tool. So you can see the snipping tool comes up, and that's what we want to select. And I'm going to create a new snippet. When I do a new snippet, you can see the screen kind of changes to a little bit of a transparency, and you get this crosshairs. And then in that crosshairs, let's say I want to get lines 4 through 13. Remember that I want line numbers when you take screenshots for your semester project. So we got a nice little code snippet here. This particular one actually demonstrates parallel arrays, because you have an array of names and an array of ages, and they have a 3 names and I have 3 ages. Those actually happen to be my children, and so that's an example of a parallel array. You can't use this snippet in your semester project, but it gives you an example. But what you could do then is you could actually use the pen feature here, and you could circle, or you could just kind of mark off that you are looking at these 2 lines right here, and that's really I did a bad job of circling it, but that's an example of what you could do. Let's undo that. Can I undo this? Oh no. How do I undo? Maybe I can't because it's paint, but that's alright. You'll figure it out. You can also highlight. So if I wanted to highlight something that was a concept I wanted to do or wanted to point out, you could highlight something if you wanted to, or you could just draw an arrow to something. Maybe you were showing concatenation, and so you could say right here is when it's happening, and you could write out the words for it. Now, the code snippet and what you put here, and I'm not going to be able to whatever you want to keep writing. So concatenation is what I was going to go for, but it's kind of hard to write. So there might even be you'll find some different tools if you want, but that gives you an idea of how to use the snipping tool. You can go to File, Save As, you can save it, or a lot of times I don't even take the time to save it. Okay, I'm going to hit cancel on that. I just go to Edit, Copy, and you guys will go to your semester project. You will go down through the slides, and you'll find the appropriate slide for wherever that's going to go. So I'm just going to find an empty slide and make a slide. And let's say it needs to go into this particular slide right here, so I could click and I could paste. That's Control V. I did a paste, and then you can resize the snippet as much as you want, etc. So that's how to take a screenshot using the snipping tool, how to do a little editing with it, and you can just copy Control C and paste Control V into your project in an appropriate place. This is not the appropriate place for this code snippet.